Uh-huh. Beth held the phone in the crook of her neck while dangling a glittery pom-pom from a string in front of her white cat. Grendel batted it half-heartedly with his one remaining front paw. If asked, he'd rather lounge undisturbed in the sunspot on her desk. Uh-huh, Beth repeated. Governor Sharp, I was going to submit it. Now we'll miss the deadline. She made the cat toy bob and dance, just out of Grendel's reach. Yes, I know how important your story is. Yes. Yes, I understand. She groaned silently. The all-important timeline was now doomed with another last-minute change. Her publisher had strategically scheduled Sharp's book for the winter holidays, just in time to support her election campaign the following year. At this rate, it would be next spring before it would see the light of day. The publication date, and Beth's enthusiasm, was getting pushed further and further away with each of the governor's panicked phone calls and her selective memory of past events. What exactly do you want to add? Beth reluctantly put down the cat toy. She took notes. After 30 minutes listening to a new angle of a tired old campaign story, she said, Okay. I'll need to check with Frank. Can I call you back Monday? She hung up and put her head down on the desk, defeated. Grendel gently tapped her hand with his paw. This project just wouldn't end. This book was her third politician this year, and Governor Lena Sharp's autobiography had dogged Beth for almost 6 months. She didn't know how much of Sharp's story was true, embellished, or fictionalized. Beth was a ghostwriter and, thankfully, not a fact-checker. If she got paid by the eye roll, her publisher would owe her a fortune. A typical assignment was exasperating, but Governor Sharp took maddening to a whole new level. Late-night phone calls, excessive hand-holding, the governor's tedious stories beginning with I and ending with me were routine. Sharp's ego exhausted Beth. So did all the revisions. Beth sat pouting in the squeaky chair in her office, which was really a corner in the living room in front of the only window. She leaned forward and pressed her nose against the cold glass. The lone tree in the small garden on Fulton Street below had changed from luxe velvety green to brittle gold and brown. By next week, its remaining leaves would be on the ground.